Hey guys, Doitonadime here. So in this video, I'm going to be announcing the winner of the Belvedere Wallquotes giveaway and showing you guys some budget art for around the house because I figure I might as well announce the winner and give you guys some tips along the way. So I'm going to put the winners of the Wallquotes giveaway on the screen as well as down below. Congrats to these ladies. They won a $50 gift card to wallquotes.com, and make sure to stay tuned for future giveaways. I've got little baby boy coming, so they're going to be on pause for a little bit, but as soon as he's here, I plan to resume with more giveaways for you guys on this channel. With all that being said, I want to give you guys some tips for budget art around your house. If you didn't win this giveaway, or you just want to spruce up the walls of your home but you don't want to spend a lot of money. And the first tip that I have for you guys is to purchase a canvas. And typically these come in a pack of like 2 or 3, and these are just wooden letters that spell out blessed. And all I did was I glued them onto the canvas and I painted this. And the paint that I used for this is an old jar of paint that I had sitting around in my garage. It was actually one of those like little sample jars that we didn't end up using for the wall. I've seen something similar to this on Pinterest that retailed for like literally hundreds of dollars. Well, you can make it yourself for less than 10. So, and imagine this like on a grander scale. I think this would look really cool if you did like a really big one too. And the other thing I want to show you guys, and now this is not a new thing, and if you've been following me for any length of time, you know that I love paper and toilet paper rolls. It's so weird. Look, I hoard them. Well, this is not really hoarding. This is holding on to a few for future crafts, right? So I just keep like all these extra toilet paper rolls in the event that I'm going to use them for something, which I know I will. And this is an example of something that I've created. This is just toilet paper rolls that are put together to kind of look like wrought iron inside of a frame. And seriously, this is the easiest thing ever to make. All you do is you take the toilet paper roll, like, you know, and just like flatten it down. This is one that I've been cutting on. And then you just cut out little strips, like so. And they almost look like they're petals. So here I've inserted them, you know, to kind of make little flowers, and then you just connect them to the outside edge of the frame, and you can cut them like this, and you can take like a pencil or even your finger and roll them to create, you know, like little spirals like that, and then just attach it to different parts and then hot glue them together and hot glue it to the outer part of the frame. And I just think that this makes an absolutely beautiful statement piece. I spray painted the inside of mine white because I think that they look better spray painted. You could do black or any color that you would want. Another budget tip that I have for you guys is taking just a semi-nice frame and taking something rustic and framing it. This is just a key. I actually got this when I was in Spain, and I just set it inside the frame. It's not attached to anything. The glass kind of holds it up in the center of the frame, but I think it looks really pretty there on the wall, and I just put a piece of scrapbook paper behind it. So coming off of the entryway, I also really love this art. It makes a super huge statement in this hallway, and it was absolutely free. I made a video about this a really long time ago, and I will put a link in the description for you guys. This is just old sheet music that's rolled up with some little scrapbook paper rosettes that I put in the center, and I just think that it looks really, really nice in this hallway. So think about like old paper and stuff that you have that you could repurpose into art. So another really budget way to do art is through ceiling medallions. So these are just those little medallions that go underneath like light fixtures on the ceiling, but you can get them relatively inexpensively at local hardware stores, and a lot of them nowadays come with like a little part that comes out, and you can actually purchase a separate insert to make it into a frame. So this one is just plain old art, and then this one has an ultrasound, and we just have this in my son's closet. Another thing that I would say is don't be afraid of your own photography. Seriously, you can get some really legitimate looking art just by taking pictures yourself. So some of these pictures, this is just a picture of a motorcycle that I took in Barcelona, and I'm pretty sure that this one was in Madrid, and I think this one over here was in Girona. I'm pretty sure. All of them are from Spain. But basically, this is my little tip for photography, and I know that I am not a photographer by any stretch. I just apply the rule of thirds to my pictures. So basically, like, you use one outer third of the picture for like the focus of whatever you're taking a picture of, and take a picture of something up close that's really beautiful. And that tends to create really pretty, legitimate looking art that it looks like you paid for that you totally didn't. And these frames are just really, really cheap from IKEA. So I just set them up in the kitchen, and
I think they turned out really nice.
And the other thing that I want to show you guys is actually behind me. You guys remember Susanna from, I'll put the link to the video down below. I did a tour of the inside of her closet at her house, and she actually made this behind me. I've shown this in other videos before as well, but I absolutely love it. It's a quote, it's one of my favorite quotes. It's actually by a French guy, but it's in Spanish. And she just put two canvases together and she stenciled that on. I loved it because it was from her heart and it took a lot of her time to do. But that is seriously a super budget friendly thing that anybody could replicate to kind of spruce up a wall, and that way we don't have to worry about a headboard, which makes this room so much easier. So anyway, those are just a couple of little tips. I wanted to pop in and say, hey, I am doing the garden video for you guys, so stay tuned for that. I just have to edit some of the footage together because I know a lot of you guys have been requesting it. So anyways, I will see you in my next video, and thanks for watching. Bye!